Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the first time this season for a Split 2 race. The so-called gentleman's split, and who is the first on track? Mr. Split 2 himself, Neil Todd, the driver of the most Split 2 races, I believe. And this Split 2 race will be spicy. And strength of field of 2,359, the highest the second split ever was. So strong field, tight field, this will be interesting. I am part of this split as well, but it's not about me, it's about the Clio SoF League and the second split. And if we take a look at how the podium looked the last time the second split was here in Oschersleben, Daniel Hoffman won in front of Ricardo Pratos, and the third place, Malson Cardoso, he is also part of this very grid today, and it will be interesting to see, can he repeat a podium? We will see. But I think we covered the basics. We don't have standings as it is the first race, of course, so we can save a little bit of time there. So let's jump right into the starting grid and look how qualifying went, and then I will be back for the race start. And with that, we are ready to race. The lights are about to go green. And ladies and gentlemen, split 2. And someone is standing. He missed the start and Maddie Sinclair crashes into him. Pascal Rodriguez, not the start you wanted to see. Did he miss the start? Did he have a problem? Now he's moving. And we have a battle for P2. Jack Davies and myself. And Jack Davies gets spun around. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Jack. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry indeed. We will see it in the... Ooh, deep dive by number 10, Malson Cardoso.
What porra é essa?
And he's not happy. This is Jack Davies again. Jack Davies again, from bad to worse. Oh my goodness gracious, I apologized right away, but little spoiler for the replays at the end of the video. 50-50 I would say. I would say it was a racing incident, but I feel really bad about it, because I respect Jack Davies, he's a great driver, he made the intro video, and this is how I repay him. Goodness gracious. But enough of me and my ill feelings toward that incident. Jack is now in 16. After Pascal Rodriguez not starting, maybe a problem, maybe missed the start. I don't know. Maddie Sinclair crashed into him. We have seen... help me. Malson Cardoso first with a deep lunge, and then almost getting spun around. He is in P13 now. Meanwhile, I defend against John Duncan for second position. Isaac Mitchell getting a bit away. Duncan tries it on the inside, but not enough room to overtake the person in number 2. That is me, and I don't like to talk about me in the third person, so it is what it is. Duncan, then Clement Godet, first time he's not in top split. Tells you a lot about how strong this field is. And he's even number 1. He is just car number 3. James Steer, he is the lowest rated driver, and even he has over 2000 iRating. This is a good field. So getting a P5 here is already a sign for big points. But I think we've settled down now a bit after an interesting start. A few incidents, Neil Todd and Ruan X-Teen. X-Teen on the inside breaks a little bit later, a little bit of a slide as well, but he gets passed or defended. Either way, Mouse and Cardoso! Super wide. I talked in the pre-race that he was... What? Someone is not happy. What? Just simple. What? Like, how is this possible that you don't get a penalty for that? He was super wide. But I did not understand that. I'm sorry. Mi dispiace molto. Ich weiß es. And then suddenly I start to speak German. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I want to say, I know it was Spanish and not Italian, then I started speaking German, but this is an English broadcast coming full circle. John Duncan, P3, Clément Godet, P4, Jesus Saavedra, P5. Then Peter McIntyre defending against Ben Shellcraft. Similar ratings there. McIntyre chooses a different line. So much was clear to the eye. And Shellcraft has a reverse Damon Hill helmet. With the dark elements being white and the white elements being black. Interesting choice. It's a 1998 or 1999 Damon Hill helmet in reverse. Really interesting. But enough of this trivia. He wants to get past Peter McIntyre. Because P8 would be nice. James Steer and Jack Davies, two of the mainstays of Split 2 Racing. James Steer goes wide. This is a position for him. Mark Kelly, he's blinking. We are used to this by now. And Mawson Cardoso. Interesting, Michel's car is not looking as it should in the battle screen down there. Cardoso going super wide again. Don't know what I think about that, to be honest. But I can't change it. But what is... Let's take a look at the standings while Maddie Sinclair gets past Michelle Quesada, who loses 2 positions. Maddie Sinclair now in P13. Isaac Mitchell is leading in 0.8 seconds in front of me, who just drove the fastest lap, by the way. Then John Duncan, 0.8. Then Clément Godet fighting against John, and Jesus Saavedra in the top 5. And then quite a bit of a gap between P5 and 6. This is pretty good for Jesus. Maybe the 2 cars in front of him, as they're battling, maybe they make a mistake and he can capitalize. Having a gap to the cars behind is always a good sign. And Jesus, he was driving in the SoF last season for 2 races. Lime Rock and Oschersleben, I believe it was Oschersleben. So he knows the track in the Clio. He has good race so far. Duncan and Godet, 2 good drivers, and they are battling it for P3, which helps Isaac Mitchell and myself. Okay, I don't think there was anything to hear. Sinclair and Davies. Yeah, Maddie Sinclair, he crashed into Pascal as he stalled, and Jack Davies is in P13. James Steer, he struggles. He struggles. He was a Split 3 driver last time we were in Oschersleben, just to remind everyone. And now he is part of the second split. Bit of a rough race, but who knows what the race will bring. We still have more than half, in fact, to drive, because you know, after the 15 minutes, John Duncan, that's just a blink. Okay, was just a bit nervous that maybe there was something. The 4 cars here in the right, left, right section. Ruan Eckstein going wide. This helps McIntyre to gain a bit of a gap so he don't get into the danger zone. And Jack Davies and Mawson Cardozo. Davies, he is driving a good race, even after the lap 1 shenanigans. But yeah, after showing it in the highlights, tell me, was it a racing incident? Was it 100% my fault? Was it a 50-50, 70-30? Feel free to commentate on that. Clement Gaudet, he does not find a way past Duncan. Duncan is defending nicely. The gap to P2 is getting ever so slightly bigger and bigger. So 0.3 tenths per lap, I believe. 0.3 bits. But they have to be careful. Jesus is right behind them. He is waiting. A little touch, a little funky business, and maybe the Spaniard can capitalize. And the big gap to Mark Kelly and Pascal Hirkens. Here we have James Steer and Michel Quesada. His back does not look good. Michel's car, that is. And James Steer in P60. Neil Todd still trying to get into the top 10. He is number 11 in position 11, so quite as expected. Speaking of that, do we have some upsets in terms of you shouldn't be so high up? Let us take a look. 12 in P8 is quite good. 7 in P2, this is good. Yeah, but still the incident with Jack. It hurts. And James Steer and Michel Quesada still fighting for the final position. P15, that is. Steer is now on the inside. He has a good positioning. Who brakes later? Steer early. He's early on the brakes. You can brake a little bit later than that. But maybe because he was not quite sure where Michel would brake. Maybe it was the smart move. Either way, Michel stays in P15. And speaking of staying where they are, Clement Gaudet and John Duncan still fighting, still attacking in terms of Clement and defending in terms of John Duncan. Isaac and myself getting away. Now over 2 seconds between second and third place, and now he's close. Now he is close, ladies and gentlemen. But the straight is not really long, I don't think so. Show your nose, show that you're here, maybe spook them, but nah. Not like this. Pascal Hirkens, number 1 rated driver. He is in P7, trying to get past Mark Kelly. Different lines there through the chicane. And Maddie Sinclair and Mawson Cardozo for P13. Maddie Sinclair also in split 3 the last time we've been here, I believe. Maybe split 2, I can't remember. But he had many split 3 races last season, that's for sure. Hirkens in no position to attack. Also has to wait for maybe a mistake, and meanwhile Clement, he gets impatient, I believe. We saw a little bit of a movement there. Here again, he gets impatient. He wants to get past. He sees the leading 2 cars getting more and more away. And speaking of the leading cars, just 0.6 seconds between Isaac and myself. maybe something is brewing up there. But so far, Isaac Mitchell is doing his job. 0.5 now. 0.5. I am a bit faster. But a bit faster is not good enough. Isaac Mitchell does not make any mistakes. And if he keeps up that way, he will win Split 2 here in Oschersleben. Final 2 minutes, then the white flag, and Cardoso and Sinclair. Ooh, they're touching! I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but I understand that. And Maddie Sinclair is through. Malson Cardoso not happy. Here we already see the white flag, as it calculates that another lap will not be possible. So already the white flag, a bit earlier than expected probably, just in time to not get a 10th lap like we did in Split 1. It was tight. Maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds and we would have gotten another lap. Which means P's car also not showing down there. Interesting. Interesting. Doesn't matter. We are now in the closing stages of the race. And John Duncan still defending. You get the feeling that Clement could be faster. Maybe even a lot faster. But as long as John... nah. I thought for a moment that John was about to go off the racing line, giving Clement an opportunity, but no, I think he knows it's done. Blinking lights by Peter McIntyre, he is not happy. Jack Davies, he is now in P12. Bit of a redemption drive after turn 1, 2 and 3, and Isaac Mitchell and myself finishing the race in P1, P2. John Duncan defends nicely until the end against Clement Godet and Jesus Saavedra, a good P5. Mark Kelly, P6. Hirkens, Charcroft, McIntyre, Eckstein, Todd, and Jack Davies almost gets Neil Todd. Sinclair, Cardoso, Michel Quesada, and James Steer in P16. And this is the results, the top 10. Isaac Mitchell to Ruin Eckstein. Congrats.
Once again, I'm so sorry, Jack. I believe it was 100% on me. I'm really sorry.
You can't say I did not apologize. Multiple times. But yeah, after looking at the replay, I'm not so sure if it wasn't a race incident. But if it was my fault, then it was my fault. I would take it. I mean, I did take it in the race. More than once, in fact. But man, it was interesting. Different than Split 1, I would say. That for sure. I mean, Split 1 had the drama with Dylan Da Costa being our reigning and defending champion, being out of the race after turn 4, that was. Basically after turn 3, in fact. But yeah, this was Split 2. And now we move over to the standings. And then afterwards, to finish off the broadcast, will be the highlights. But first, let's look, ladies and gentlemen, not lick, look at the standings. And we are at the championship standings. And since we are with the Split 2 video, where are our Split 2 heroes? They are in P8, Isaac Mitchell, P9, myself, John Duncan, P11. Yeah, so good results for the second split, guys. Jesus is in P14. And this will be interesting to see how this will develop across the season. Of course, first race, there is no big surprises there. But as the weeks go on, it will be interesting to see where the mainstays of Split 2 be in the championship standings. As for the Split 2 championship, spoiler alert, it's the same result and the same standings as the race result, so to speak. And yeah, so no big surprises, but also there we will see across the season how this will change. People that drop to Split 3 for 1 or 2 races, people that participate in Split 1 for 1 or 2 races. Will be interesting to see how this will shape up. But I think it's best that we cut this segment here pretty short because start of the season, not much to talk about. But the video isn't done yet. We of course have the replays right afterwards, and don't forget, Split 3 and Split 4 will come to this channel as well. Lots of week 1, lots of Oschersleben, lots of Clio Cup. This is amazing, and I hope I will see you there as well.